In this lesson, we are going to look at introduction to writing. So when we say writing, we are not saying handwriting. We are not looking at how your handwriting is neat or poor, but we mean paper or essay. Essays that can instruct, inform, or give knowledge. So when you say writing skills, we mean skills that you need to write essay. Essays like stories, letters, storybooks, any other form. Articles are part of a debate and the rest. Unlike human beings, essays are not like football, where it is one. But as humans, we are being created. We are formed with parts. So essays are also made up of parts. And the parts are joined. They are not separated. This part is not here, that one is not there. They are all together. So when we talk of essay, we mean all the parts of an essay. And the parts of an essay include the introduction, which is the head of the essay, the body, and the conclusion. So these three parts must be joined. You must join these parts to form one complete piece of art, to form an essay which can instruct, give information, educate, and entertain. So whenever we are writing essay, we must structure our essay into introduction, body, and conclusion. We are going to take into details the various parts of the essay, and we are starting with the introduction. We are looking at introduction of an essay, and we are going to check first, identify the meaning of introduction of an essay. When we say introduction, what is the meaning? Later on, we check the parts of introduction of an essay. Then we write introduction of an essay, sample introduction to know. So let's start with the meaning of introduction. The introduction of an essay is the summary or the shortened version of the whole essay. So when we say introduction, we mean the shortened version, the summary of the whole essay. So whatever you want to write in any essay, the introduction will have to state all the various ideas, points that you want to include in the introduction in the essay. So we can say that the introduction in itself is the essay. It's also an essay. But it is just the summary of the essay, putting all the facts into a simple paragraph is introduction. So note that introduction is summarizing the whole essay, writing shortened version of the essay. Let's illustrate introduction. To illustrate, when they have a movie, they have to now make a small version, a lower in duration version of the movie called trailer. And this trailer will pinpoint the salient point of the movie, part of the movie, so that it will attract viewers, people to purchase the movie or watch the movie. So this trailer is a summary of the whole movie. So after watching the trailer, if the movie is not good, you are not going to watch it. The same thing, we can also, in terms of writing, some people call it in business teaser, something to catch the attention of the readers. So in all, summary is actually the shortened version of a given text or essay. Let's look at parts of an essay. We mean parts of introduction of an essay. So introduction is having parts just like an essay. Introduction of an essay must have at least 3 parts. At our level, we need at least 3 major parts. And all the 3 parts must be in introduction in 1 paragraph. We don't have to leave a paragraph or create a paragraph inside introduction. The 3 parts must be captured by introduction. The parts are the topic, the subtopics, and the readiness. And when we are writing, the topic actually consists of the main topic, and the aspect of the main topic we're going to talk about, which is called thesis statement. So let's say you have topic like teenage pregnancy. If you are writing an essay on teenage pregnancy, which aspect of teenage pregnancy? That one is the thesis. So effects of teenage pregnancy, causes of teenage pregnancy, solution of teenage pregnancy, this constitutes the thesis. So the topic must capture all this information. The subtopics are the answers to the thesis or to the topic. The aspect of the topic we are talking about, the answers to it, the points to it, these are the subtopics or the answers or points. The readiness is just a sentence or statement to show that we are going to explain the point. So let's now go into details, parts of introduction of an essay. So let's look at how we can write a topic and the points of the introduction. If we want to write points or subtopics of the introduction, we need to be careful of how we write it. To be able to write subtopics or points or answers in the introduction of an essay, we must use these things. We need to prepare the background for the subtopics. Then you bring out the subtopic or the subtopics. Why are we saying so? So when you say prepare the background, you don't have to write essay and say that the effects of teenage pregnancy are, then you write them. No. You prepare the background by stating that there are several effects of teenage pregnancy in the country. So this one, we are preparing the background for the point. There are several effects. If it is courses, there are several courses, whatever it is. There are several programs in my school. This one is preparing the background for the point. Later on, you state the point. So that one too, right? That some of the effects of teenage pregnancy in the country are, then you write your point. Write your point. So later on, we check on how we write the points. So we need to understand that when you are writing introduction, after you have written your topic, your thesis, prepare the background for the point and write the point. So that one, it will make your essay have a form of consistency and cohesiveness. So as we are aware that if you are writing introduction, after bringing your topic, you prepare the background for the subtopics. So how do we write the subtopic? We use noun or what is called noun phrase. So we don't write topic by including it is good. No. Or they are not having money as point. No. In essence. So either you write it in a noun. If someone is not having money, in a noun form, you can write poverty. Or you can say lack of funds. This is a noun phrase. So if something is not there at all, you use the word lack of that thing. If it is there but it's insufficient, you can use insufficient that or inadequate. So always use these things to create points. You don't just write sentences for points in an essay. Inadequate that. So always use noun or noun phrase. It is either education. This is a noun. Public education. Public education. Then we are gone. So always use that for your essay. Now let's come here. We are going to look at ways or methods of writing introduction of essay. We can use definition method or general background method. So we choose the one you can use better. But mostly the general background method is the plausible one because it's difficult to define. And if you are not able to define well, you lose the connection of your essay. So you can stick to the background method since that one will help you to write your essay. So we are taking the definition method. And in this method, we defined the key term. So what we do is that we define the key term before we write the introduction. And the steps are: step 1, define the key term or the topic of the question. Bring out the answers or point, then state readiness. So if you do this, you have written definition method introduction. So the definition method, as we said, is a way of defining the key term. Then the next step is to bring out your answers or point and state readiness. So let's look at example. Let's say we are looking at the importance of agriculture in the country. So this is the topic. So definition method, the key term is here is agriculture. It's agriculture. So we start by saying that agriculture is the rearing of farm animals and the growing of crops for human benefits. This is the definition. So before you come to the point, let's write some little background. So you can say agriculture is the main source of living for the country. Then you continue. So what you have to write next is that you bring out the topic. You state the aspect of agriculture you're going to talk about. You see that the first sentence starts with agriculture, the next agriculture. This is repetition. That's what we are using. So we have to actually state the aspect of agriculture we are coming to write on. That is the thesis statement. So we see that in this essay, we are going to talk about the importance of agriculture in the country. So this is how we introduce the topic that you are coming to write about. You can also say we are going to talk about the importance of agriculture in the country. We are now going to bring out the points, prepare the background. There are several importance of agriculture in the country. Some of the importance of agriculture in the country are provision of food, income generation, and revenue to government. So these are the points. What we need to do next is the readiness. So we just write that the details of the importance of agriculture in the country are below. So this is introduction definition method that we can use. So let's go over it. Then let's read it together and see how we can also write introduction using definition method. So we are writing on the importance of agriculture. So you start this way. Agriculture is the rearing of farm animals and growing of crops for human benefits. Then to create repetition, repeat agriculture again. Agriculture is the main source of living for the country. And in this essay, we are going to talk about the importance of agriculture in the country. There are several importance of agriculture in the country. Some of the importance of agriculture in the country are provision of food, income generation, and revenue to government. The details of the importance of agriculture in the country are below. So you see that this is the definition method. Our points are in either noun or noun phrase. Let's look at the general impression method. We are checking the general impression method. The general impression method or background method, this is very simple. We don't define the key term or the topic. We give background information about the topic and we proceed to write the point and readiness. So the general background or the general information is what you know about the topic, what people are saying about it. The background could be the history of the topic. It could be the impression that people have about the topic, whether negative or positive. That's what they want you to write before you proceed to your essay. And the steps for doing that is stating your general background of the topic. You bring out your answers, you show readiness. We are going to take example of general background method. So the general background, we are still using agriculture. So you can say that Ghana, so you can start with Ghana is having, so you can start with Ghana is having three main productive sectors. These sectors are the agriculture sector, then the industrial sector, and the service sector. The agriculture sector is the most important productive sector of the country. Then you can move on to say why you are saying so. It contributes about 60% of the labor force of the country. Then you come here, you have not stated the aspect of agriculture you are going to talk about. So you write that in this essay, we are talking about the importance of agriculture in the country. So the rest of the introduction is the same as the definition method, where you see that there are several importance of agriculture in the country. Some of the importance of agriculture in the country are the readiness. So here, whatever is the general background information of the topic, you write it, whether good or bad. So you see that agriculture, we started from productive sector. So when you go over the general background, we started with Ghana is having three main productive sectors. These sectors are the agric sector, industrial sector, and the service sector. Because you are writing on agric, you just write background information. The agric is part of productive sector. Then we come to the agric sector. Agric sector is the most productive sector, most important productive sector of the country. Why? It contributes about 60% of the labor force of the country. So then you write a thesis. In this essay, we are talking about the importance of agriculture in the country. So very, very important to write the aspect of the broader topic we are coming to talk about. So this is the introduction of um, essay. So the next lesson, we are going to look at how to write a complete paragraph, which is very essential in our course. Later on, then look at specific introduction. This will help us to write effectively. So, goodbye.